Philippine Mining Act of 1995, RA 7942, and its revised implementing rules and regulation. An overview of key provisions and impacts. Introduction. The Public Act Number 7942 or the Philippine Mining Act of 1995 regulates mineral resources development in the Philippines. It aims to promote responsible mining while ensuring environmental protection and social equity. The Act provides a legal framework for mineral agreements and outlines companies' responsibilities regarding environmental management and community benefits. However, it has faced criticism over its environmental impacts and effects on indigenous communities. Exploration, development, and utilization. Key provision under RA 7942, Sustainable Mining Practices. The Act emphasizes the importance of sustainable mining with post-mining rehabilitation, a fundamental aspect of mining operation to reduce environmental impacts. Two types of mining agreements. The Act outlines several types of agreements to facilitate resources development. Production Sharing Agreement, MPSA. This involves a sharing arrangement between government and the mining contractor regarding production output. Financial and Technical Assistance Agreement, FTAA. These agreements enable foreign companies to engage in large-scale operations and development, focusing on financial investment, technical expertise. Joint Venture Agreement, GVA. This involves partnership between private entities and the government or local stakeholders to collaborate on mining projects. The framework aims to optimize resource utilization while ensuring environmental protection and social equity. Next, environmental safeguards overview. Key provision under RE 7942 environmental safeguards are essential measures designed to prevent development projects from issuing irreversible damage to ecosystems and biodiversity. Here is a breakdown of the components. Environmental Impact Assessment, EIA. Purpose, a mandatory evaluation required before project approval. Its function, assess the potential environmental consequences of proposed project. Outcome, help decision makers adopt sustainable practices from the start. Rehabilitate. Number two is rehabilitation plans requirement. Companies must create plans to restore ecosystem affected by their activities. The goal is to return the environment to its original state or unacceptable conditions, ensuring long-term ecological health. Compliance and enforcement mechanism. The Environmental Protection and Enhancement Program, EPIP, and the Mine Rehabilitation Fund, MRF. The role of EPIP is outline the strategies for protecting and enhancing the environment. And the Fund or MRF, its functions is to provide financial assurance for rehabilitation efforts. Its purpose is to promote accountability and responsibility among companies. Social development and indigenous rights. So key provision under RS 7942, community development and social projects. Mining companies are required to social development and management programs or SDMP. This includes building school, clinics, livelihood programs for communities affected by mining operation. Indigenous rights and FPIC. Section 16 mandates that companies secure free, prior, and, and informed consent FPIC from indigenous peoples before mining on ancestral lands. This ensures respect for cultural heritage and community rights. Number three is compensation and employment opportunities. Displaced residents are entitled to fair compensation for land and property affected by mining, and mining firms must prioritize hiring from local communities, including indigenous groups, to provide job opportunities and alleviate poverty. Number four is compliance and implementation. Mining companies must annually allocate a portion of their operating costs from community development as prescribed under the revised implementing rules and regulation of R 7942 and FPIC, and consultation with indigenous groups are monitored by the National Commission on Indigenous Peoples, NCIP, and other regulatory bodies. Next is the economic benefits. The first is it boosts to GDP. Section 2 of RA 7942 highlights mining as key contributors to the national economy. Mining contributes to the national income through taxes, royalties, and export revenues derived from mineral production. Where two is foreign investments. The Act encourages foreign direct investment (FDIs) in the mining sector, allowing up to 40% foreign ownership to agreement like Mineral Production Sharing Agreement (MPSA), Co-Production Sharing Agreement (CPA), and Joint Venture Agreement (GVA). This framework attacks technology, expertise, and funding necessary for large-scale mining projects. Employment opportunities. Section 59 mandates the creation of jobs as a benefit of mining operation. Next is the industry directly employs 200,000 workers, including technical professionals and laborers. And last is the indirect jobs are generated in supporting industries like construction, logistics, and manufacturing. Device implementing rules and regulation content overview based on the IRR of RA 7942. Enhanced provision to address criticism. Stricter environmental impact. Companies are required to conduct regular environmental impact assessment (IEA). If they have penalties and impose violation of environmental laws, including suspension operation. Strengthen FPIC free prior and informed consent. Clearing guidelines to ensure indigenous people rights are respected before mining operation begin. Second is transparent process, improve system for mining approval procedures and revenue sharing and mechanism. And clear documents and reporting requirements to reduce corruption and ensure accountability. Post-mining care and sustainability. First, mandatory implementation of progressive rehabilitation programs throughout the project lifecycle. Development of plans to restore mined out areas for sustainable land use, deforestation, agricultural conversion. Aspects, environmental safeguards, APEC guidelines, mining approvals, post-mining tests, original 7942, basic IAs, and ECC, broad, provisions, limited transparency, general rehabilitation. The revised IRR was much stricter IAA and mandatory monitoring, clear enforceable FPIC process or free prior information consent, and transparent and accountable mechanism, detailed enforceable sustainability plans. Thank you. That will be all.